Thank you. My name is Gillian Kylie, and thank you very much for the opportunity to speak about this bill. I oppose this bill because I've looked into other municipalities' experiences with privatizing or creating public-private partnerships with water. In the last 30 years or so, at least 33 municipalities and cities have chosen to buy back or reclaim water as a public utility, including, I think, Indianapolis paid $29 million to get out of an unfavorable contract with Veolia. Fort Wayne, Indiana paid $67 million. And while I understand what Mayor Loerza was saying about the idea of capping rates, or at least for the first 5 years, if we can only have assurances that for the first 5 years rates will only rise by a certain amount, what happens after that? And what could we, thank you, and what could we possibly do to enshrine in legislation something that would prevent rates from rising precipitously? According to Food and Water Watch, rates tend to rise about 59% when water is privatized. And in cities like Dillon Beach, California, rates have risen to the point, because the water there is run by Cal Water, a private entity, that residents are rationing water and selling belongings to pay their water bills. So there is a great concern that rates won't be stabilized after 5 years. In terms of the quality of water that Mayor Loerza was talking about, one of the things that makes private entities efficient is that they cut back on certain things, such as the frequency with which they test water quality. There have also been cases where there's a problem with a plant and raw sewage goes right into a waterway, like the Mississippi River. And in terms of public oversight, Mayor Loerza said that upon completion of any deal, there would be lots of public oversight. But I think what folks who are opposing this legislation are expressing is concern that without the PUC, even if it is problematic for some constituents, there's no real assurance that there will be public oversight of this. And in many cases, water privatization most directly affects low-income and marginalized communities. So it just seems like there are a lot of drawbacks. And although this has been presented as not a bailout, we are thinking about authorizing legislation. We're thinking about authorizing a transaction that would sell a precious asset to plug a hole in our finances, which to me sounds quite a bit like a bailout. So for all of these reasons, I oppose the legislation.
Thank you.